Come on up here, please clap for Sun. You're clapping.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. How many of you think it's okay to criticize another culture? How many of you think it's not okay to criticize another culture? It doesn't matter how bad it looks to you. Not okay. Which one do I think? I'll answer that a little bit later. In 2008, we got a call from a company in South Korea to do a project to design graphic patterns on the back of their mobile phones. The company is called LG. So initially, my initial reaction was very hesitant because we've never done work with another, especially Korean companies, professionally. And I know they have a different business culture than here. It's already working, it's difficult to work with the clients, right? And I was just imagining the worst. But reluctantly, we accepted the job. The one thing that was interesting was on the contract, they requested we have to go to Seoul to present the work. Normally, we have clients all over the places, and we don't travel that far to do a presentation on a project. To make a long story short, everything went fine with a couple of hiccups. But especially, I was so happy that they asked us to go to Korea. Because if I didn't go to Korea in 2008, I would have never thought about doing this book project I'm working on now. So we went. My husband and I, we absolutely loved Korea. I saw a city that I didn't think it existed. It's called Gangnam, like the Gangnam Style, the song. That means river south. And the Gangbuk, the river north, the area that I'm familiar with, even those areas felt so romantic and inviting. So why I wasn't excited to go to my own home country, especially when somebody else is paying for all the expenses, because I grew up there. I've seen everything, I know what it's like, and I was so busy here, so I didn't want to travel 12 hours just for one meeting, 12 hours back and forth. You know how small or big Korea is? Texas is 7 times bigger than South Korea. Some of the things that Korea is known for these days are Samsung. Samsung, a lot of times people think Samsung is a Chinese company. I was not surprised. So Samsung is the largest technology company in the world. And also Korea is known for most wild country in the world. And 40% of the top 100 female golfers, women, are Koreans. And they are known for innovative cosmetics and also one of the best in plastic surgery. I don't know if that's a good thing. And so when I came back, I was just so excited about my home country and how much transformation has happened there. Oh, by the way, there are so many great restaurants, and I love all these traditional tea houses with amazing tea, and like people looked so different. They were young people were so much taller than when I was growing up there, and just very fashionable, and just everything was just fantastic. And the way they use the technology there is way advanced than here. So coming back with all this good experience in South Korea, I started to wonder about when there's such an incredible external transformation as a country, how do people keep up with all these changes internally? Overworking, high level of stress, high rate of suicide, racism, because there are a lot of Southeast Asians going there to do the blue collar work, and obsession with materialism, among other things. Of course, all these things happen, all over the world. But it seems to me it's worse over there, maybe 10 times, 20 times, just a lot worse. So I decided to do a book project sharing my experience of 34 years living here and what I think, what I've learned, and what I think is important in life. So, am I criticizing another culture? Yes, I am. But I'm doing it with a lot of love, empathy, and sensitivity. So hopefully some people are willing to listen to what I have to say. Thank you.